हेलो हेलो हेलो। कैमरा क्यों नहीं चल रहा? आएगा आएगा। क्या हो गया ये? अब ठीक है। अटक गया फिर से। हेलो हेलो। ऐसे नहीं चल रहा यार ये। हम्म। लैग हो रहा है। हम्म, आ जाओ आ जाओ। ड्राइंग ही बनानी पड़ेगी अपनी। भाई चल क्यों नहीं रही है ये? भाई कुछ तो गड़बड़ है। अब ठीक चल रही है। तबीयत तबीयत थोड़ी ठीक है सुबह से। अब देखते क्वेश्चन कैसे होंगे आज। गलत नहीं करने। पिंगचांग वैंकूवर तुरीन ये तो हो गया। How many players are present in quartet handball team? Handball. Which mosquito-borne disease is spread in United States in year 2000? Eh, पता नहीं। कुकी 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 तो नागालैंड या मणिपुर। प्रोजेक्ट एक्ट। ठीक है। The satellite bus station being modernized into airport-like standards in Uttar Pradesh belong to which city? Eh? Which of the following acts and the British East India Company's rule in India and placed India under the Crown of England? Government of India Act. Some of the following is also known as Shahid Alam. Shahid Alam. Bhagat Singh. Where was the Delhi Mango Festival held? Uh, ये क्या क्वेश्चन है? मैंगो फेस्टिवल. What were the main reason behind the liberation of economy and economic reforms 1991? Huge external debt and rise of fiscal deficit. What was the main reason behind rising in prices of essential goods, balance of payment crisis, Gulf War? Hmm. Huge external debt and rise in fiscal deficit. Rise in price of essential goods. क्योंकि बाहर की चीजों से इंपोर्ट कर रहे थे तो राइस तो होंगे, बैलेंस ऑफ पेमेंट हुई तभी हुई ये सब. गल्फ वॉर. गल्फ वॉर का पता नहीं मुझे, हो सकता है गल्फ वॉर हुई हो कि 1 2 3 तो है, ये हो सकता है या ये हो सकता है, देखते हैं। इंडिया ऑब्जर्व डैश डे एज अ ट्रिब्यूट टू भगत सिंह सुखदेव, मार्टियर्स डे का है, शहीद दिवस। व्हाट वाज द रूरल पॉपुलेशन ग्रोथ इन इंडिया, भी क्या पॉइंट में दे रखा है, which of the following method is suitable for determining pH value accurately, universal indicators, pH paper, litmus solution, pH meter। accurately तो pH meter से ही होगा। शांति निकेतन इंस्टीट्यूट was started in 1901। the last Shunga dynasty, Shunga ruler was killed by the minister in which year, Vishwamitra Shunga। चंद्रगुप्त मौर्य के टाइम पे। The race of my life, भगत मिल्खा सिंह। Which of the population in India what is the population of rural India, ये तो नहीं होगा, ये तो बहुत ज्यादा है, 1210 मिलियन थी ना टोटल, तो 900 तो बहुत ज्यादा हो जाएगा, 733 788 800 भी बहुत ज्यादा हो जाएगा, 60 कुछ परसेंट थी ना, 68% आई थिंक। uh, 33 लग रहा है, तो मोस्टली ये हो सकता है, ये हो सकता है, पर मेरे को नहीं पता। The larger portion of surface covered by water है, ये कोई क्वेश्चन है। Who among the following was founder of Kanva dynasty, देव नारायण, 1919, ये तो पहले भी आया था। चामफुली चोम्फा, चोमफुला, क्या है, चमफुली, चम चम चम, बाकियों में तो बहुत जोर से। अभी ये मैंगो फेयर दिल्ली में हो रहा था, ये दिल्ली मैंगो फेस्टिवल, अभी इसको कोई और ही भेज दिया। The Legionnaires outbreak reported in France in 2025 was related to which disease? Legionnaire, ये Legionnaires disease ही होगी। The art of science of motion pictography, photography, motion photography, photography तो नहीं होगा, videography, cinematography, science, videography तो नॉर्मल वीडियो बनाना बोलते हैं। Which of the following countries is not member of Mineral Security Partnership? China, hardly had, ही, छींक आने वाली है बहुत जोर से। Oof, hardly had, we get it, एक और बार। Oof, नो सूनर नो लॉन्गर के साथ देन आता है और हार्डली स्कार्सली के साथ व्हेन आता है, तो ये नहीं होगा, अटक क्यों गया। The best antonym of opaque: clear, transparent, clear, translucent, dark, shady, dense. Refers to sadness, distress. Woo, wisp, wail, woe. The researcher tried his best to explain the importance of his new discovery to the panel members, but soon realized that he was casting pearls before swine. ओ भाई कितनी भारी. Casting pearls before swine. He realized that panel members would take suggestions seriously. Informed Grady panel cannot appreciate his findings. The team worked extremely hard to meet the tight deadline, and their efforts were visibly appreciated by their manager, who praised them openly. Openly, the team worked extremely hard. ठीक है, hard हो गया extremely. Objective हो गई to meet the tight deadline, and their efforts. And their effort ही होगा, ठीक है. The team के efforts होंगे क्या? Their was effort was efforts effort was visibly appreciated by their manager, who praised them openly. Openly. Openly क्या है? या तो मुझे लग रहा है ये होगा गड़बड़ी. Their effort. ठीक है, effort तो यही होएगा. The police asked us whether we recognize the person in the photo. The police said, "Do you recognize the person in this photo?" Question mark. Confluence, influence, the synonym. Slumber, steady, fluctuate, agitate. Sam shall go to the office tomorrow to get back the original documents lying in the with the staff. कहाँ गया वो? The official power to interpret law and make legal decisions and judgment. The official power to interpret law and make legal decisions and judgments. Jurisdiction. Hmm. There are more than 2 million job seekers who are already completed, who are post, who has, who have होगा ना, who have pick out the correctly spelled word. Consent, sentious, CI सही लग रही है. Contentious. To beat the band. To beat the band to to a huge or to great possible extent. To procrastinate, to resign from one job. To beat the band to a huge or greatest possible extent. To refuse to talk. To beat the band. बैंड को मारना तो मैंने कभी भी नहीं सुना. There was no ostensible reason for her being angry at her husband's remark. There was no obvious बोलेंगे ना, obvious जो बोलेंगे. Yes मतलब apparent, covert, hidden, secret सब meaning same है. An integrated approach requires CAs to be having knowledge of क्या करना है इसका. closest meaning cognizant, cogito, cognizant नॉलेज होता है कॉग्निसेंट का मतलब कंपनी का नाम है ना कॉग्निसेंट. नो आइडिया. राजेश इज हेल्पिंग महेश. महेश इज बीइंग हेल्प्ड बाय राजेश होगा ना. इज ट्राइंग टू हेल्प नहीं. महेश इज बीइंग हेल्प बाय राजेश. यस ये सही लग रहा है. ठीक है. इफ यू हैड वर्कड हार्ड यू वुड top the exam. You would have topped the exam होगा ना. If you had worked hard you would have topped the exam. सही लग रहा है. If you worked hard you would have topped the exam. Had होगा ना past part. Yeah, past participle. If you had been working hard you would have been perfect. He is the strong of the two boxers. नहीं. He's the stronger होगा ना. He is the smarter of the two artificial intelligent devices. It is the smarter of. ठीक है. She was the intelligent. नहीं. He was the handsome of the two actors. Nope. We went to see the play. A play. Finally, much to my dismay, the play ended. I was fascinated by the novel. The novel fascinated me. Hmm. क्या करें? Some some for my best friend. Yes, some for my. She lives west of the lake. Most of the new workers in the country are from Turkey. Most of the new workers in the country are from Turkey. सही लग रहा है. The top hat is one from his favorite instance. है. The top hat is one from his favorite ancestor. Most of the new workers in the country are from Turkey. तो टर्की है हो गया ना. क्या हो गया? टर्की है. टर्क्यू एकदम ध्यान से पढ़ूंगा एक बारी में और सारे क्वेश्चन एक सेंट. The siren call of asteroids of miners. The siren calls of asteroid for mine is that the main belt asteroid contain vast amount of resources. The iron found in asteroid add up to 10. ये मैंने पढ़ा हुआ है ऐसा लग रहा है. 10 million times the iron that we have in proven reserves of Earth. ठीक है. That's a lot. It's enough to build many rings of iron guided. ये मैंने पढ़ा हुआ है. Iron griders all the way around Earth orbit and along the lines the science fiction novel Ring World by Larry Niven. Not the not that a ring world is a sensible thing to make, it but it is a really big ring. Most plausible. With that much iron we could build cities in space and envisaged by the physicist Gerald K. O'Neill in the 1970. Each of these cities would be big enough to for a million people to live in. They would be rotating cylinders, and as a citizen of one, you would be walking around inside a cylinder surface feeling a fake gravity from the centrifugal force. That's the scale of resources we are talking about. Their vast material supplies could make for an era that people call post-scarcity, where these where these where there's plenty of for everyone, just as there is in the 23rd century of the Star Trek science fiction franchise. The starship crew of Star Trek don't work to keep themselves fed and housed. That's taken for granted. The work for adventure and exploration. Historic wealth could help us to take up step towards the happy state. कभी भी happy state नहीं होगा. Um, the problem is how to get started. Iron in space is not going to make for a giant profit in short run. On the ground, it sells less than $200 a ton. $200 a ton, इतना सस्ता. 100 kilo be worth more in space, but unfortunately, there's no one to buy a huge tonnage of iron in space. To adapt the tagline for from the alien movies, in space, no one can hear you sell. Okay, and certainly isn't worth bringing space iron back to Earth since the cost of doing so would far extend the price it could command. Starting to mine space for resources will have to be begun with something so valuable that the cost of obtaining it in the space is small by comparison. For now, the best bets are precious metal and surprise water. Precious metal are obvious. Platinum sell for $3.5 million a ton, and we know from meteoroids that some asteroids are rich in platinum and they are mines on Earth. The sound that sounds promising. Platinum cells run at 200 tons or billions of dollars per year. The bad news that is that richer than any mine on Earth, it is still concentrated by just tens of grams per ton. And extracting those precious grams isn't easy. ठीक है. The following ठीक है. The main belt asteroid the main belt asteroid contains vastly more iron than proven Earth reserves. सही है. With the iron from asteroid, it is theoretically possible to build space cities capable of housing million people. सही है. Building a ring world around the Earth from asteroid iron is practical and sensible in engineering goal. I don't think so. Not that a ring world is sensible thing to make. क्या हो रहा है ये? कोई उल्लू का पट्टा गाने बजाते हुए जा रहा है. Consider the following statement about the economics and challenges of asteroid mining. Iron mined from asteroids would be not be profitable to sell due to high transportation costs. सही है. The initial focus of asteroid mining should be on resources that are extremely valuable relative to their extraction cost. The initial focus of asteroid mining should be resources that are extremely valuable relative to their extraction cost. सही लग रहा है. Water and precious metal are currently considered most practical and initial targets for space mining. ठीक है. ये वाला थोड़ा एक और सोच लेते हैं. The initial focus of asteroid mining should be on resources that are extremely valuable related to extraction cost to their extraction cost. Yeah, na? This is study mining space for resources that have given something valuable, then obtaining it is when space is small by comparison. Which of the following best describes the tone passage? Informative, cautious, practical, disseminative and pessimistic, highly technical and detached. टेक्निकल तो है ये एक तरीके से. थोड़ा सा इसमें फालतू की बातें भी है पिक्चरों की. और ट्रक ट्रक की क्या बात हुई है पर विमिकल एंड स्पेक्युलेटिव. ये विमिकल का क्या मीनिंग है? लेट्स कीप इट. Some asteroids contain higher concentration of platinum than any mine on Earth. सही है. Concentration of platinum in asteroid measured typically measured in tens of grams per ton. The concentration of platinum in asteroid is typically measured in and we know that from a meteorite that some asteroids are richer in platinum than on Earth. The bad news is that richer than any mine on earth, it is still concentration. It's still concentration or just the bad news is that richer than any mine on earth, it is still it is earth is still concentrations for of just tens of gram per ton and extraction those precious grams are isn't easy. The concentration of value mastered is measured in tens of gram. ठीक लग रहा है. Extraction value from asteroid is straightforward, using current technology. Based on the passage, what is the main objective of to starting large-scale asteroid operation? Economic and practicalities of extracting and transportation of low materials like iron. क्या है? Main obstacle. कल फॉर थी क्या? मारामारी तो थी शायद. भाई 108 ही आ रहे हैं भाई. सुबह भी 108 ही आए थे मेरे. 3 गलत. कहाँ पे है? विंटर ओलंपिक्स कहाँ हुआ था? तुरिन सोची. तुरिन कहाँ है? इटली में. इटली. इडली. कौन सा वायरस? ये नाम ही नहीं सुना मैंने. तो यही होगा. The satellite bus station being modernized into airport like standards in Uttar Pradesh belong किया. Satellite bus station है. कहाँ बन रहा है? मोस्टली लखनऊ अलीगढ़ में बन रहा है. दिल्ली मैंगो फेस्टिवल. थाईगंज ये कौन सी जगह है भाई? थाई गराज स्टेडियम. साउथ इंडियन स्टेट कंपोजर. It was constructed for the 2010 Commonwealth Games. किसको पता है ये सब फालतू की चीजें? ये क्या है ये? रूरल पॉपुलेशन ऑफ ग्रोथ. ग्रोथ भी पता करो. रूरल पॉपुलेशन ग्रोथ इन 2001 से 11 डेकेडल ग्रोथ. रूरल पॉपुलेशन में बढ़ी है. कितनी हो गई? 10%. 9%. 12.1. 12.18%. फर्स्ट सेंचुरी 185. टाइमलाइन देनी पड़ेगी. 833. Nearly 70% of country's population lives in rural areas. That's crazy. अभी मैंगो फेयर एक और आ गया. हरियाणा में कहाँ मैंगो बेचते हैं? करनाल में, कुरुक्षेत्र में, पिंजोर. ये तो मैंने नाम भी नहीं सुना आज तक. पिंजोर. ये अच्छा लगा. सिर्फ एक ही गलत है इंग्लिश में. ये भी नहीं होना चाहिए था वैसे तो. The team worked extremely hard to meet the tight deadline and their efforts were होगा ना शायद. efforts were क्योंकि एक efforts were होगा. Therefore visibly the use of visibly is to describe क्या. और confluence. Confluence means the junction of two rivers. है? It can also be referred to as an act of process of merging. Sangam. Steady means firmly fixed. क्या मीनिंग कुछ फिक्स सपोर्टेड नॉट शेकिंग. स्टेडी का मतलब ये होता है, ठीक है, कोई शेक नहीं हो रहा है. और इसका मतलब होता है मिलना. मिलना मर्ज. मर्ज होगा ना बेसिकली, अगर means the junction of two rivers especially approximately equal width. It can also be referred to act of merging. Sangam. Example, the confluence of the two rivers created a powerful current. ठीक है, मतलब मिलके उन लोगों ने तेज हुए. स्टडी का क्या मतलब हुआ? Fixed or firm, supported, balanced, not shaking, moving. It can also be mean regular, even स्थिर. संगम और स्थिर का मीनिंग सेम थोड़ा ना होता है. हाँ. स्लम्बर ऐसे डीप पीसफुल वन. Rise and fall, regular in number or amount, fluctuating, agitate. तो होता है मिलना. डबल और नर्वस. एजिटेट. क्या मीनिंग है सही में? गड़बड़ है ये. संगम और बीट द बैंड. बैंड को मारना. To hug or the greatest possible extent. To beat the band means to a huge or the greatest possible extent. किसी चीज को बहुत ज्यादा या सबसे बड़े संभव, क्या है, संभव हद तक करना. Example, they were cheating to the beat of the band after their team scored the winning goal. अच्छा, तब बकवास करना, मजे मारना, जोर जोर से चीख, बहुत ज्यादा संभव, बड़े संभव हद तक करना, एक्सटेंड तक, मतलब बहुत ज्यादा करना, इज कॉल्ड टू बीट द बैंड. नॉलेज, इसका मीनिंग पता है, इनका मीनिंग नहीं पता. कॉग्नेंट. कॉगेंट. कॉग्निसेंट हो सकता है, बाकी कंपनी का नाम ऐसे ही होगा कुछ इम्पोर्टेंट टाइप. Having knowledge and awareness. Cognizant. Cogent. Cogent. Strongly or clearly expressed in a way that influence what people believe. Cogent. Coggle means to move or walk unsteadily. Cogito means the principle established existing existence of being from the fact of thinking awareness. इसका क्या होगा? Informative with a curious optimism. ठीक है, ये मैंने पढ़ा ही नहीं था. तो ये था आज का स्कोर. तो कल मिलते हैं. बाय बाय.